Gervonta Davis scores a 7th round TKO victory over Jose Pedraza to capture the IBF Super Featherweight World title. Previous to watching this fight, I'd only seen a few highlights and a few clips of Gervonta Davis. This was the first fight of his that I've actually watched from start to finish, so I'm kind of late to this particular party. But I have to say, I was very impressed with Davis. First of all, from an entertainment perspective, he's very, very watchable. He's not just a slick fighter, and in fact, he's not even particularly slick. He has some slickness about him, but he does get hit here and there. He's not that difficult to find, especially if you can pin him on the ropes. You can hit him. But on the surface, he looks like a flashy boxer, but he's got power with it. And he likes to use that power. He likes to reel off the big punches and close the show, as he did here with Pedraza. He eventually wore him down with his uppercuts and hooks and body shots and jabs to the body and all that kind of stuff. Very, very impressive to watch. Some people, as I was watching this, I was also leaving comments online. Some people were comparing his stance to that of an Adrian Broner. Now, Broner is an orthodox fighter and Davis is southpaw, but I can see what people are saying. He does look, even his physique is a bit similar to Adrian Broner. But crucially, his feet are much faster than Broner's. Broner's always been a guy who, he's got quick hands, but his feet are a bit slow comparative to his hands. Gervonta Davis don't have that problem. He has very quick feet. He's very nimble the way he moves around, and he has the hand speed to match. The punching power, flashy combinations, dig into the body, fights on the inside, fights on the outside, loves to go for the KO. What is there not to like about Gervonta Davis from an entertainment point of view? Very impressive stuff. He's athletically gifted, obviously, with the speed and the punching power and the different angles and all that kind of stuff. He's just going to be a great fighter to watch, regardless if people think he can only get to a certain level. And, you know, all fighters have their naysayers and detractors and people who want to focus only on the negative and never talk about the positive. I'm sure Gervonta Davis will have more than his fair share of those. But for him to go in there in, I believe it was his 17th fight, and take on Jose Pedraza, who is a reigning champion and a solid champion. Nothing spectacular, but a solid champion with more experience, who was undefeated himself. For Gervonta Davis to go in there and break him down the way that he did, I don't care who you are, you have to say that that's an impressive performance. A perfect performance? No, but an impressive performance. Pedraza was able to get certain... and you know what? You have to expect Pedraza, an undefeated guy with more experience, who's taller, with the longer arms, it seems. You have to expect him to have some sort of success against Davis, a guy with less experience, who's, you know, shorter and what have you. You have to expect Pedraza to have some success, and he did. After, I would say, the 4th round, Pedraza started getting a bit closer. Davis maybe was a little tired from his early exertions, because he was going full steam ahead in the first few rounds, really letting the bombs fly. So he maybe burnt himself out slightly, and he took a rest for a couple rounds. I think that's all it was with Davis. I don't think Davis was running out of gas to a critical point like maybe Carl Froch in the commentary team was seeming to suggest, that it could be critical for Davis, that he'd maybe shot his load completely. No, I think he realized that he was a little tired from the first 4 rounds, and he decided to take a break for a couple rounds. And when he took a break, Pedraza was able to get in to the fight, and Pedraza was never particularly effective with his punches. He was throwing a lot of shots, and he was making a weird, like, pigeon type sound when he was throwing his shots in the, I think it was in the 5th and 6th rounds. But yeah, as I say, to me it looked like Davis just took his foot off the gas to recharge his batteries, and then he stepped on it again. I think from the midway part of the 6th through the 7th round, he stepped on the gas again, started reeling off the shots, go into Pedraza's body. I think in one of the rounds he hurt Pedraza to the body. I think it might have been the 6th. Either the end of the 5th or the 6th, he hurt Pedraza to the body. And later on again in the 7th, that's what started the sequence that ended the fight, was body shots. And once he hurt him to the body, he switched upstairs to the head and eventually managed to get Pedraza down. Pedraza took a hell of a lot of clean shots earlier on in the fight prior to getting dropped in the 7th. But as I say, the body shots had taken a lot of energy out of him, and that made him more susceptible to the head punches. It was accumulation as much as anything, as much as the good shots that Gervonta Davis did land. So yeah, Pedraza went down in the 7th from a combination of shots. He got up, but the referee looked at him and said, "Nah, you've had enough." I think it was a good stoppage personally. I think he had done all he could do, and I don't think there was much left in the tank. So very, very good performance by Gervonta Davis. I was impressed. Very entertaining, very talented, and we'll see where he goes from here. Obviously, there is a very big name in the super featherweight division in Vasyl Lomachenko. You would not imagine that Floyd Mayweather, who is the promoter of Gervonta Davis, would want to put Davis anywhere near Lomachenko for now. I think he needs a hell of a lot more experience before going in there with somebody that good. But he's definitely one to watch for the future. A very talented young champion. And if it wasn't for the fact that there was a Lomachenko in the super featherweight division at this point in time, I think a lot of people would be touting Davis already as being the future kingpin of the division. So yeah, definitely one to watch. If you didn't catch the fight, I recommend it. Drop your comments in the comment section below. Let me know how you felt about Davis's performance. And were you as impressed with him? Were you as entertained by him as I was? Let me know in the comment section, people. It's your boy Hatman. I'm out.